Can do something, you know.
Usyk next?
If I get the opportunity.
That was some knockout by young Moses Itauma.
I love watching him, I can't lie. I know we're in the same weight class, I know we can fight each other, but when it comes to Moses, I enjoy watching him.
He just seemed to dominate throughout. Sharp, accurate, doesn't waste anything.
Yeah, he had him on the back foot from the very beginning because he's a hard, sharp puncher and he's very clever, so he puts punches in the right place and he's so quick to change from head to body, which makes him very, very dangerous.
Obviously, a lot of people talk about when you two sparred those years ago, but when you see him even live in the flesh there, how much has he improved since that sparring session?
He's just a bit more composed. I thought he was good back then. I'm telling you that. I'm looking at the same guy. Obviously now he's a little bit more. You got 10 rounds, so he's blocking and slipping and pacing himself a bit better. But he was dangerous then, dangerous now.
And obviously you've got a fight to deal with first, but at any point can you see yourself and Moses showing?
Yeah, I mean we were already mandated for the WBC. That fight sort of fell through, but depending on how I deal with
performance from him. He did everything, ticked every box, like won every round. He actually made his own self-adjustment in there as well. Came out the first round really fast. Actually said to himself, actually I need to slow down here and pick this a bit. And maybe he realised that actually Franklin, which is something I knew, the team knew, like he's no mug, he's not just going to roll over, he's going to take a bit of work, and it takes a bit of figuring out to break someone like him down.
Yeah, do you think those, obviously going 5 rounds, like people can say, like compared to like what his previous standing was, like that is going the rounds, I guess. Like, do you think that was needed, especially with tricky
it's going
like
the rounds, and there's different.
Did he show
different versions of going the rounds? Because Franklin wasn't throwing back too much there. He was, but not loads. So like not someone who's completely game. And that's actually due to the way. That's actually due to Moses in himself, because he made him hesitant. Because whenever Franklin did throw, Moses returned, and that makes you as a fighter hesitant. You're nervous. You think, oh well, if I go, he goes. I go, he goes. So. Again, more credit to him.
Yeah, like, do you think, obviously it's going around, like, do you think he definitely showed him something different now? Or?
He showed more of what he's got. I don't know if he showed anything too different. He proved that he's still the same speed, still as sharp, still the same guy 6 rounds in or 5-6 rounds in.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, like, when you're a heavyweight champion, people are going to ask you, especially with Itauma, like you're in the same gym. I asked Ben Davison, he was like quick to shut it down. But like, do you think it's getting like more and more realistic, the proposition of yourself fighting?
No,
okay.
No, I don't.
Not at all.
Again, the same answer I've said 1,000 times. There's 2 of us and there's 4 belts.
Yeah.
There's a lot to go around, and also there's a lot of fighters in between, and we're in different places at the moment. I'm looking up in terms of Usyk and Fury and AJ and those type of guys. Obviously I've got to get through Daniel, that's not overlooking him at all. But Moses is now looking for like another kind of fight in between that, like a Hrgovic, like he named it.
Yeah, do you think Hrgovic, what would you like?
I think Hrgovic would be a fantastic fight for him, because Hrgovic is tough, durable, a good fighter, well experienced, and will be able to deal with a few more different nuances that Moses has. But I think, again, it will be another space for him to prove.
Looking for that big finish, he's looking for that showreel knockout, but he doesn't seem to be coming as yet. Oh, big uppercut, he has now. He was almost knocked unconscious on his feet by a massive left uppercut, then a right hand, down went Franklin, and now Moses Itauma bows to his crowd, and that left uppercut, what a shot that was. Fabio Ward is at ringside. He's on his feet and he's applauding his man there as well, because that left uppercut was blindingly fast, right on the target, point of the chin, and Franklin was almost out on his feet.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Jermaine Franklin is not happy. He got counted out there, but you saw what Moses Itauma done. A little nudge with the shoulder, whipped in the uppercut, and as quick as you like, come over the top of the hook, and both shots standing more or less simultaneously, and knocked Jermaine Franklin flat on his face. The referee doing the right decision by stopping the fight. It was a bad knockout, but that's how I'm telling you how tough Jermaine Franklin is. He's arguing with every single person in there, saying it should not have been stopped. Good job, referee. Right.
First thoughts on Moses tonight?
Yeah, it's superstar already. I think tonight, I had question marks over him still. Tonight he's got a long way to answer a lot of them for me and a lot of other people. I've always thought it was the real deal, but tonight further cemented that.
So tonight he has answered some of the questions that you had?
Not all of them, but I think the only way we're going to get them all answered is Usyk, Wardley, Dubois, and that may be it.
Winner of Alan Hrgovic?
We'll see.
What did he do so well tonight? What is it that's such a problem? Because it looks like these guys can't live with him. We saw Jermaine Franklin take Anthony Joshua the distance, Dillian White the distance. We've never seen him down, certainly never seen him out like that. What is it that he does?
It's just the speed. His speed is terrifying. I think he was hitting Franklin to the body. I think early on, it was the body shots. Franklin was a bit wary, dropping his hands. He's just so fast. He's terrifying. I was actually watching him from 10 foot away, and I was a bit like, wow.
That was a chilling knockout, and you've got to let this kid off the leash now. It's got to be world titles next, because we're talking about giving him rounds. You can't find that guy to give him rounds, and it's going to be one of those, like a Mike Tyson job. It's only going to get the rounds when he's boxing at that very elite level.
Fabio Wardley is defending against Daniel Dubois at the beginning of May. Surely, that was the sort of gobsmacking performance which is going to demand that Itauma gets a chance against the winner.
I know that the Wardley fight will happen due to the training stuff, but based on that performance, beating Franklin in better fashion than White and Joshua, with the White win already in his locker, I wouldn't begrudge getting a world title fight next.
Adam, thoughts?
Listen, that was outstanding. I thought he tenderised Jermaine Franklin. He didn't rush it when he put him down in the third round. I thought he took his time. The use of feints was absolutely outstanding. His shot selection was great. He does love that nice long backhand to the body and then coming back up with the right hook. It was beautiful all night. Jermaine Franklin did everything that we wanted him to do. He took him a little bit longer, didn't he? But the way that he set that uppercut up was sensational. He framed off his right hand, just shoved him out a little bit. Bang, up it went. Oh my days, that was absolutely brilliant. You wanted a statement, you got a statement. And for me, boys, listen, if Dubois beats Wardley, that's the fight, 100%. I agree with Dave. Because of the being into the same stable, I don't think the Wardley thing will happen. If that's not the case and Wardley beats Dubois, I would push him towards Gassiev, who is the WBA, I think he's like the interim or the regular or whatever it is. I'd push him that way. Hopefully, by the end of the year, some of these belts are fragmented because this boy's going
now. It's going to be difficult to hold you back. You're world ranked #1 in a lot of governing bodies. Where do you see the roadmap? World title this year. I don't know who it'll be, but world title shot.
Oh man, Spencer, you know the boxing game. There's a pecking order I got to respect, and there's people that I need to answer to. So when I get the world title opportunity, don't worry, I'm going to grab it with both hands.
Right, listen, Moses, wicked performance tonight, and I'm going to ask that question to your promoter, Mr. Frank Warren. Well done, Moses, brilliant. Frank, unbelievable. Oh, what can I say? I'm speechless. So are you?
No, look, he's tough. We know who he was in with, a tough guy, never been stopped. 4 years ago, AJ couldn't stop him. Dillian, 4 years ago, couldn't stop him. He was very patient. He took some really good shots. And you could see him a couple of times loading up to throw that right hand. He boxes well. He's got a good boxing brain. He does his work, gets out, and then comes back. He's back on you. But the shots were brilliant. Those two shots. He knocks him out with the first one. And the second caught him with another hard shot going down. Face down, and the corner is screaming that he shouldn't have been stopped. They're nuts.
Yeah, look, you talk about wanting rounds. He got more rounds than what we've seen in recent times. But it was the execution, it was the patience, it was the whole thing in there. You go like, who's going to be that guy that's going to give him the rounds before he gets there?
I'm telling you, he will fight for a world title this year. That will happen. He's #1 in the WBO, #1 in the WBA, and there will be a world title fight.
What will that be for a vacant title, Frank? Surely those titles are going to have to fragment because Alexander Usyk won't be able to fulfil those mandatories, will he?
He's either going to have to defend his belts or vacate, and that's his choice. He vacated the WBO. That's why we got the great fight on May the 9th with Fabio and Daniel Dubois. That's where we're at, and no one's forcing him to give up the belts. You give up the belts because you don't want the fight. It's as simple as that.
I feel like I got a little bit away from the coach's game plan. I got caught with a punch. I got dropped. I feel like I could have got up, but they stopped the fight. And the sky's the limit. Like, I've never been a quitter, so it's just back to the drawing board. Got to change some shit up.
The boxing world is buzzing after that shocking knockout. And trust me, nobody saw it coming like this. Moses Itauma just made a massive statement, brutally stopping Jermaine Franklin in a way that instantly grabbed the attention of top fighters around the globe. The moment the punch landed, everything changed. Franklin, known for his toughness and durability, simply couldn't recover. That's when you knew Itauma isn't just hype anymore, he's a real problem. And the reactions, they came fast. Pros, analysts, and fans flooded social media, with many shouting one thing put him in with Usyk. The confidence in Itauma is growing rapidly, but that also raises the big question, is he ready for that level yet? Some fighters praise his speed and timing, calling it elite-level finishing ability. Others warn that stepping in with someone like Alexander Usyk is a completely different challenge, a masterclass in skill, movement, and ring IQ. Still, moments like this KO don't lie. Itauma is building serious momentum, and performances like this force the division to take notice. So now the debate begin fast-track him to the top or let him develop.